Alabama at home versus Tennessee. Tennessee getting 8 in the hook on the road there. That's a lot of points. I don't care. Give me Bama minus 8.5. I've watched this Tennessee team play all year, and they have looked good in one game, and that game was against South Carolina, where their offensive line is abysmal. And of course, they got to Shane or Spencer Rattler. But of course, Jalen Monroe has been playing good football. He's played good football the last couple of weeks. Even with the pressure that they've put on the quarterback, these other teams have, particularly Texas A&M, he still found a way to get rid of the ball. Tommy Rees, I think they've made their adjustments. This defense is just lights out. I don't see, like, if A&M can make Joe Milton look like an absolute tuna salad, what is that Bama defense going to do? I mean, they're going to get the Joe Milton. They're going to shut down the run game, which I don't think A&M did a particularly great job of. And they have better special teams than Texas A&M. So give me Alabama. Lay the 8.5. The total's at 49. So it's like inherently they think this game's going to be basically 28-20. So feed me. Bama minus 8.5.
I'm gonna agree with you here that Bama's gonna win, but I'm gonna take Tennessee to cover. I do think 8.5 is a lot. I know you're willing to swallow that. Pause, but I know you're willing to take those points. So I'm not gonna. I do think that has to do with the play style of this game, and I think we'll talk about that later in the episode. Stay tuned. For maybe some of Dawson's Diner there, but who'd have told you after week 2 that Jalen Monroe is, I think, a much better quarterback than Joe Milton. They have I think, a significant quarterback advantage than Tennessee does right now. And part of that is because of, I believe that, while Tennessee's got a good pass rush in their own right, too, I think Bama's defense is really going to make Joe Milton struggle. I do think, would it surprise me if Joe Milton balled out? No. Would I expect
Yes.
it? Absolutely not. He's got the potential to do it, obviously. We've seen it before, but not this year, right? Not against caliber of defense like this on the road. I do think, like, in a rivalry game like this, 8.5 is a lot of points. I do think they'll keep it close. And with the play style that Bama does, and we saw in the Arkansas game, when you cannot consistently run the football, even though that is part of your identity on offense is running the football, you cannot close out games, right? And so that gives teams chance to maybe backdoor cover, like I think Tennessee will here today. I just think I've been really impressed with Bama, right? The past couple weeks. I know maybe the box score doesn't seem that way, and maybe you kind of forgot about them since that Texas loss, but they still, everything is still in front of them. I don't think Saban is worried one bit. I think their 2 toughest games are definitely behind them in the rearview mirror with Texas and Texas A&M. But it's a rivalry game, right? Texas, Tennessee is going to come to play. Obviously, last year, I do think Alabama, especially probably more so the fans than the players, but I'm sure this will a factor in the players as well. I think they're pissed about last year. I think Alabama losing to Tennessee, if you're not from the Deep South, you don't understand rivalries in college football here. Like, this is a heated rivalry. I know it may not look that all the way, always, with how the last 15 years have gone since Saban's been there. These teams do not like each other, right? And I think Bama remembers that taste of Tennessee storming the field and Hendon Hooker putting up half 100 on them. I think this defense is going to be playing very, very well. I do think in my notes, the only thing I really put was just this game is going to be a whole heck of a lot different than it was just a year ago. I think about all the offensive playmakers, all the scoring. There was 100 points put up in that game, I believe, or just about. And here, I think it wouldn't surprise me if less than 40 gets put up here. Right? I just with the way the play styles are, defense and running game is the name of the game for both these offenses and defenses, respectively for Tennessee and Alabama.
20-10.
I
That gets it
20
done.
to 13. 20 to
That
13.
20-10 gets it done.